20 domestic helpers were hired and tested by a wealthy elderly woman named Sophia. She wanted to test just how loyal her staff really were. Out of all those she evaluated, only one person passed the test. Who was this person that would take home a reward of $1 million from Sophia? Gloria, now 50 years old, was a widow with 5 children living in Laredo, Texas. Her husband had passed away from cancer 5 years prior. As a single mother, raising 5 children who were all in school was no easy task. Her eldest child was about to graduate from college with a degree in business administration. The second was a freshman in college. The middle child was in 11th grade, while the 2 youngest were in 6th and 8th grades. Gloria's only source of income was her job as a housekeeper for a local family. She earned $220 a week, which was barely enough to survive, especially with rising prices of groceries and bills. "Mom, what if I stop going to school for now to help you out instead?" her second son, Rusty, suggested. "At this rate, we can't all study at the same time. Your paycheck isn't enough." "No, son," Gloria replied. "I know you don't want to quit school. I know you want to graduate with your friends." "I know, Mom, but the new school year is starting next month, and we just don't have enough. It's okay. I'll pause now, and when Big Brother graduates, I'm sure he'll help me continue," Rusty reasoned. "I'm so sorry, son. I know how much you all want to study at the same time, but I just can't afford it," Gloria said with guilt. Rusty reached into his pocket and pulled out $100. "Here, Mum, use this for rent this month." "Wait, where did you get this? You don't get paid until the end of the month from your part-time job," she asked. "Well, I got $20 from a basketball prize. We each got $20. I earned another $40 tutoring Miss Edwards' daughter in math. She's a senior in high school and just needed a little help. The last $40 I made from my Facebook reels. Even if the views were low, it was still a help." Gloria was moved to tears. She handed back the money. "No, Rusty. That's yours. You worked hard for it. Treat yourself. Buy some good food or a new pair of shoes. I saw your soles were worn out." "Mom, if I worked that hard, how much harder must you be working as a housekeeper every day?" Rusty said gently. "We'll all benefit from this money. It's okay." "I'm so sorry, son," Gloria said, choking back tears. "All of you kids are so kind. You're not into vices. You're all top students. I'm truly blessed to have you as my children." "Mama," Rusty said, hugging her, "we're the ones who are blessed. Not everyone is lucky enough to have a mom like you." That night during dinner, Gloria shared something with her kids. "There's something I have to tell you," she began. "I've decided to go abroad, to the Middle East, to work." "What? No, Mom," said Michelle, her middle child. "Don't go. We'd rather have you here. At least we're together." "I know, sweetie," Gloria replied, "but what's the point of being together if we can't even afford school or food? I don't want any of you to stop your education, not even for a year. That's why I have to do this." "But it might be dangerous, Mom," her 8th grader Gio said. "There are over 2 million overseas domestic workers. If it were really that dangerous, it wouldn't be such a large number. The scary stories you hear on the news are rare. Bad things happen everywhere." Michelle wanted a laptop. Gio needed a new backpack. Hannah needed a phone because hers was slow. And Rusty, he worked every job he could find, yet barely kept anything for himself. Gloria felt heartbroken as a parent who couldn't provide even the basic tools her children needed for school. "Even if I don't get a new laptop, it's okay, Mom," Michelle said. "I'll understand if we can't afford it." "You'll understand once you become a parent," Gloria said. "You'll only ever want to give your kids everything they need. It's painful to see your children suffer." A week later, Gloria's children accompanied her to the airport for her flight to Saudi Arabia. She gave final instructions before boarding. "Francis, she said to her eldest son. "Watch over your siblings, okay? From now on, you're their leader. And all of you, please listen to your big brother. I trust him. He won't tell you to do anything that will hurt you." "Yes, Mom," Gio replied, sadness filling his face. The siblings were visibly devastated. Gloria, too, held back tears, not wanting to burden her children any further. "Be careful, Mom," Rusty said, and was the first to hug her. He couldn't hold back and began crying. Gloria chuckled softly. "Oh, my sweet boy, you've always been so sensitive." The others followed, all except Francis. He held back his emotions, wanting to appear strong for his siblings. Deep down, he also wanted to hug his mum, but chose to stand tall instead. "All right," Gloria said with a tight smile. "I better go before I miss my flight. Be careful, okay?" "You too, Mom," Francis said, forcing a smile. "I'll take care of myself, for all of you," Gloria promised, then turned away. The moment she did, her tears flowed freely. The weight of leaving her children behind was unbearable. On the flight, Gloria continued crying quietly. The woman seated next to her, also a fellow migrant worker, noticed. "It's painful, isn't it? Leaving your family behind to work overseas," the older woman said kindly, handing her a tissue. "Thank you," Gloria replied. "Is this your first time working abroad?" the woman asked. "Yes, Mom. I'm older now. I should have done this years ago, so I could have saved earlier." At first, the sadness is overwhelming, but eventually you'll come to understand that sometimes we have to do things we don't want to, because we know they're for the best, the woman said gently. "Thank you so much. You've really helped ease my sorrow." After a long flight, Gloria arrived in Saudi Arabia, where she was greeted by her employer's staff and taken to her new home. She was stunned upon seeing the mansion. It was grander than anything she had ever imagined. It looked like something straight out of a luxury magazine. She was introduced in the living room to her employer. To her surprise, it was an elderly American woman with silver hair. Despite her age, her elegance and beauty from her youth were still visible. "Hello, Mom," Gloria said nervously. "I'm Gloria, your new housekeeper." "It's a pleasure to meet you, Gloria. I'm Sophia. I've lived here for 20 years now and haven't returned to the US since. That's why I prefer hiring Americans as house staff. It makes me feel a little more at home." "I didn't expect my employer to also be American. I thought I'd be working for locals." "I married a billionaire here," Sophia explained, "but he passed away a few years ago. He left me everything." "I'm sorry for your loss, ma'am," Gloria said. "It's all right. Anyway, I hope you'll complete your 2-year contract. Some helpers left early due to homesickness." "I'll endure anything for my children's future," Gloria replied. "How many children do you have?" "5, ma'am." "And you're raising them all on your own?" "Yes, ma'am." "No wonder you're such a hard worker, but don't push yourself too hard." "Thank you, ma'am." Gloria was taken to her room, which she shared with 6 other housekeepers. It was spacious, with 3 bunk beds. She introduced herself, and everyone was friendly. That night, she called her children to let them know she had arrived safely. The next day, Gloria began her duties. Meanwhile, in her private suite, Sophia sat with her assistant, Jocelyn. "How's your niece doing?" Sophia asked. "She's doing well, Mom. Thank you so much for the $100,000 you gave me. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to afford her surgery." "I'm glad to hear she's better," Sophia said with a smile. "What matters is her health." "I'm truly grateful, Mom." "Don't mention it. My late husband left me billions, and I don't want all that money to go to waste. I want it to bless those who serve in this mansion." "You're an amazing woman, Mom. Others would have squandered that wealth. With that kind of money, I couldn't waste it all even if I tried. Look at how I dress. Do I look extravagant to you?" Jocelyn chuckled. "No, ma'am." I want to live simply. This wealth wasn't meant just for me. I believe my husband entrusted it to me so I could use it for good. He said, even after death, if your wealth continues to help others, your legacy becomes a living charity. That's beautiful, Jocelyn said. Jocelyn, there's something I need to tell you, Sophia said seriously. What is it, Mom? I've been diagnosed with terminal cancer. The doctors gave me about 3 years left. Jocelyn was shocked and saddened. I'd like you to care for my children, Felix and Omar, after I'm gone. Oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect this, Jocelyn said, holding her hand over her mouth. I've lived a good life. I have no regrets. I promise, ma'am, I'll take good care of them. Sophia then shifted the conversation. By the way, how is Gloria doing? She asked. She's incredible, Mom. She's up by 5 a.m. every day and finishes all her assigned chores diligently. She's not overworking herself, is she? She's not young anymore. I want her to work within her pay limits. She's going above and beyond, ma'am. I'll speak to her. No need. I'll talk to her myself, Sophia said with a smile. The next day, Sophia set her alarm for 5 a.m. When she walked to the laundry area, there was Gloria, already preparing to do the laundry. Good morning, ma'am. You're up early, Gloria greeted her with a smile. You're even earlier than me. Didn't I tell you your work starts at 8 a.m.? Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I've been a housekeeper for 20 years now. I've just gotten used to waking up early. Well then, never mind that. Come with me to the kitchen. Let's have breakfast and talk. I'd like to hear more about your life in America. Of course, Mom. They went to the mansion's kitchen. Sophia sat comfortably while Gloria prepared their breakfast. When the food was ready, they shared a simple meal of toast and coffee. You've been a housekeeper for a long time, haven't you, Gloria? Sophia asked. Yes, ma'am. When my eldest was just 2 years old, I decided to take this job. Life was really hard. Your eldest must be in college by now, right? Yes, ma'am. I'm so proud of all my children. They're all so good, and they're my motivation. That's why I'm working here. It's so embarrassing when they ask for something, and I can't provide it. All of them are in school. Gloria continued. My second eldest even offered to stop schooling so he could support his older brother. But I told him not to. I said I'd be the one to sacrifice by working abroad. I don't want any of them to delay their education. I want them to succeed. I understand exactly how you feel, Gloria, Sophia said. Even though I was more fortunate financially, I understand your desire for your kids to have a better life. If all parents have one thing in common, it's that we want our children's lives to be better than ours. I'll include your intentions in my prayers, Gloria. I hope they all come true. Thank you so much, Ma'am, Gloria said with heartfelt gratitude. I've had a lot of employers, but you're the kindest one of all. I treat all my helpers like family, Sophia replied. As much as possible, I want to show kindness, because I know how hard your lives are. I don't want to add to your burdens. Gloria smiled in awe of Sophia's generosity and kindness. Later that day, after lunch, Sophia called Jocelyn. Jocelyn, I spoke with Gloria around 5 this morning. She's incredibly hard-working. I think she's a very good person. I think so too, Mom. I want to bless her with something. I feel sorry for her. What did you have in mind? You know what I mean, Sophia said. Jocelyn paused but eventually realized what Sophia meant. Are you sure, Mom? Yes, we haven't done it in a long time. But last time you did it, Ma'am, you were very disappointed with the results. You said you lost trust in people because of how it turned out. Yes, I was deeply disappointed, but after meeting Gloria, I started to believe again that there are still people who are honest and good. I want to help her. Well, Ma'am, it's up to you. How much will the reward be this time? I'll give $1 million. If more than one person passes the test, they'll split the amount. That's a huge reward, ma'am. I hope everyone passes. There are 20 housekeepers in the mansion. If they all pass, that's $50,000 each. I would love it if they all succeeded. You know how happy I get when people prove their honesty. I'm getting excited just thinking about it, ma'am. The next day, Jocelyn instructed one of the housekeepers to do the laundry. She intentionally left a 100 real bill, about $27, inside the pocket of one of Sophia's jackets. 2 hours later, the laundry was done. The machine was automatic with a built-in dryer, so there was no need to hang the clothes. The helper returned the clothes to Sophia, but not the money. Sophia and Jocelyn checked the jacket's pockets. The bill was gone. They shook their heads in disappointment. They tried again with another housekeeper, leaving cash in various locations, watching through the CCTV to see who would return it. But to their disappointment, no one who found the money returned it. Sophia was heartbroken. "Jocelyn," she said, "we've already tested more than half of the staff, and none of them passed." "That's right, ma'am, but we still have 5 more who haven't been tested yet." "I hope they all pass. Who's left?" "Melanie, Mabel, Delilah, and Gloria," Jocelyn replied. "Let's try Rachel next," Sophia instructed. "Have her do the kids' laundry. Leave 50 reals in the pocket of one of the shorts." "Yes, ma'am." The next day, Jocelyn did as she was told. While Rachel was doing the laundry, she discovered the 50 real bill. Just then, Gloria happened to walk into the washing area. "Oh, Rachel, looks like the kids left some money in their shorts," Gloria observed. "Yes, ma'am, Gloria. I'm planning to return it later," Rachel replied. "Good thing you weren't tempted to keep it," Gloria said. "No, of course not. It's not mine. Besides, it's just a small amount," Rachel answered. "But what if it was a large amount? Would you still return it?" "Yes, ma'am. I'm an honest person." "That's good. Honest people are always blessed." "You're right, ma'am, Gloria. Whether it's small or large, money that's not mine should always be returned to the owner." After finishing the laundry, Rachel approached Felix and Omar to ask who the 50 reals belonged to. The boys said they didn't know and weren't sure if they had left any money in their pockets. When Rachel tried to remember which shorts the money was in, she couldn't recall. In the end, the boys agreed to give the money to Rachel. Sophia later learned what happened and was thrilled. "Is it true, Jocelyn? Rachel returned the money to my sons?" "Yes, ma'am. That's what Felix told me." "That's wonderful news," Sophia said with joy. "That means she passed the test, right?" Jocelyn asked. "Wait, I want to test her again. Leave a bigger amount this time in one of my clothes. Let's see if her honesty holds up." "Yes, ma'am, but what if she fails this time?" "I don't know. I'll deal with that later." "Understood." This time, Jocelyn placed 500 reals, roughly $135, in the pocket of Sophia's laundry, a significantly larger amount. Rachel was about to start washing the clothes when her phone rang. It was her 13-year-old son, a 7th grade student. "Hey, sweetheart, what's wrong?" Rachel answered. "Mom, I'm not okay. My tablet broke, and I really need it for school." "Oh no, I told you to take care of that tablet. It cost a fortune and it's only 6 months old." "I know, Mom. I'm sorry. It accidentally fell into water. Someone at home was being clumsy, and it slipped into the basin." "Ugh, why aren't people more careful? I told you to take care of it. Money is hard to earn when I'm working abroad," she said, frustrated. "Even your grandparents are asking me for $400 to pay some debts. The interest is growing fast. What am I supposed to do, Mom? I need a tablet." Rachel sighed. "I don't know. Let me figure something out." Then she hung up. She held her forehead, let out a deep sigh, and whispered, "God, where am I supposed to get that kind of money?" She began sorting through Sophia's laundry. checking the pockets for any important documents, as she always did. Sophia often forgot things due to her age. There, tucked into one of the garments, was the 500 reals. Her mind immediately jumped to her son's broken tablet. That amount could solve the problem in an instant. She hesitated, torn between right and wrong. Eventually, she made a decision, one she hadn't intended to make. She took the money. Sophia, she reasoned, would never notice. With her forgetfulness, she wouldn't even remember leaving the money there. If asked, Rachel could simply lie and say she saw nothing. After finishing the laundry, she returned the clothes to Sophia without returning the money. Sophia and Jocelyn waited, hoping Rachel would return it. But when she left the room without saying a word, the two exchanged glances. Disappointment was written all over Sophia's face. "Maybe she didn't see the money, Mom," Jocelyn offered. "I can check the pocket again." Jocelyn searched the pink skirt where the money had been hidden, but it was empty. She looked at Sophia and shook her head. "It's not there, Mom." "Do you regret testing Rachel again?" Jocelyn asked gently. "I don't regret it, but I am disappointed. I really thought she'd pass this time, but it turns out she's no different from the others." Sophia looked down, deeply disheartened. "Her honesty," Jocelyn remarked, "can't be bought for 50 reals, but apparently it can be bought for 500. "How many are left to test?" Sophia asked. "4, ma'am." "Let's test them all." "Yes, ma'am." The next day, Jocelyn tested the 3 other housekeepers, Melanie, Mabel, and Delilah. None of them passed. "How many are left?" Sophia asked, her eyes tired. "Only one, ma'am," Jocelyn replied. "Only Gloria." Sophia's eyes filled with quiet sadness. She was starting to lose hope. "This will be the last," she said. "If she passes, she gets the full $1 million. If she doesn't, I'll donate it all to charity. I already have a fund for that, and I'll just add this to it." "Yes, ma'am." The following week, Jocelyn prepared a basket of laundry that belonged to Sophia and handed it to Gloria. "Hi, Gloria. How are you today?" "I'm doing all right, Jocelyn. How about you?" "I'm fine. I'd just like you to take care of this laundry today." "No problem," Gloria replied cheerfully. She brought the basket to the washing area and began checking each pocket, as always. In the pocket of a jacket, she found 300 reals. She put the money in her pocket, then continued checking the rest of the clothes. After finishing, she placed them all in the automatic washing machine and set it for 45 minutes. While waiting, she walked over to Sophia's room and knocked. "Come in," Sophia called from inside. "Ma'am, I just wanted to let you know there was 300 reals in your jacket. I thought I should return it before it got wet." Sophia smiled. "Thank you, Gloria. I'm glad you found it." Gloria handed the money back and left to continue the laundry. Sophia called for Jocelyn. "Ma'am?" "Gloria returned the money," Sophia informed her. "Why don't you seem happy about it?" Jocelyn asked. "Usually you're smiling from ear to ear when someone passes the test." "I am happy," Sophia said, "but Gloria's the last one. I want to test her again, but I'm afraid. What if she doesn't pass? I could give her the reward now, but it wouldn't be fair. I tested the others multiple times. Testing her just once wouldn't be right." "So what will you do?" Jocelyn asked. Sophia sighed. "We'll test her one more time, just once. This time, put 1,000 reals in the laundry." "That's a lot, Ma'am. That's almost half her monthly salary." "Yes, but I believe she'll pass." "I think so too, ma'am," Jocelyn said. "Why do you think that?" "Because the first time I saw Gloria find a coin on the floor, she walked all the way over just to return it to me. It was just 1 real. Most people wouldn't even bother. That kind of honesty, it's rare." Sophia smiled faintly. "You're right. Let's go ahead." A week later, Gloria was in the kitchen, helping another housekeeper, Miriam, with preparing lunch. Suddenly, Gloria's phone rang. Smiling, she answered, knowing it was most likely Rusty. He called nearly every day. "Hey, sweetheart, calling again?" "Mum, I have bad news," Rusty said with a low, trembling voice. "What is it, son? Is something wrong?" "I'm sorry, Mum. Gio got hit by a car earlier today. His leg is fractured. The doctors say he needs surgery." "Oh my God!" Gloria cried out, covering her mouth in shock. Miriam, concerned, stopped cooking and looked at her. Gloria tried to compose herself. "I'm so sorry, Mom. I feel like it's my fault. I should have let them go home earlier." "How's Gio doing now? Is it critical?" "No, Mom. He's stable. It's just the bone. But they have to do the surgery so he can walk again eventually." "Thank God," Gloria whispered, relieved her son wasn't in serious danger. "Don't blame yourself, Rusty. Accidents happen. We just need to be patient when challenges like this come." "I'm really sorry, Mom. The problem is the hospital said we need $1,000 for the operation." "How did it happen exactly?" "There was a pile-up on the street, and one of the cars involved struck Gio as he was crossing. The main driver who caused the accident died on the spot, so we can't even go after him for the hospital bills." "How much again do they need?" $1,000. "All right, I'll find a way. Don't worry, okay?" "Thank you, Mom, and I'm sorry again for the bad news." "What are you talking about? Whether it's good or bad news, I always want to know what's happening with you all. Never keep anything from me." "Yes, Mom. Take care over there." "You too." They ended the call, and Gloria exhaled deeply. "What happened?" Miriam asked. "My son was in an accident. He broke his leg and needs surgery, but I don't have savings yet. I've only just started working here." "How much do they need?" "About $1,000. "That's tough, but I've got some savings. If you want, I can lend it to you. Pay me back in installments so it won't be too heavy." "Are you serious? Thank you so much. I promise I'll pay you back once I get my salary." "Take your time. Your son's well-being comes first." "Thank you, Miriam." "Truly." Miriam handed her the money. Gloria then went to Jocelyn to ask permission to step out. "Jocelyn, may I leave briefly? I need to send money to my son. He got into an accident and needs surgery." "Oh no, is he okay?" "He's stable, thankfully. Not critical." "At least you have some savings." "I actually borrowed from Miriam." "Okay, be careful, Gloria." "I'll be back in about an hour and a half." Gloria quickly went to a nearby remittance center and sent the money. Then she messaged Rusty, "Son, I've sent the money. Thank God Miriam was kind enough to lend it to me." "Thank you so much, Mom. Take care over there." Back at the mansion, Jocelyn informed Sophia. "Gloria just went to send money to her son. He was in an accident." "Oh no, is he all right?" "He's stable, just needs surgery. Gloria borrowed money from Miriam to cover the costs." "I see. When she returns, call her over. I want to give her 20,000 pesos to repay her debt." "Actually, ma'am, I have an idea." "What is it?" "What if we increase the money hidden in the laundry? Instead of 1,000 reals, we make it 2,000 reals. That's a huge amount. Let's see how she handles that kind of temptation." "That's a good idea. The bigger the money, the bigger the temptation. Go ahead, have her do my laundry when she gets back." When Gloria returned, Jocelyn met her in the hallway with a laundry basket. "How did it go, Gloria?" "I was able to send the money to my son. Thank you again for understanding." "We're praying for his recovery. By the way, could you help with Madam's laundry?" "Of course, Jocelyn. I'll get started now." Gloria took the basket to the laundry area. As usual, she checked each pocket. She found the 2,000 reals and intended to pocket it, but realized she wasn't wearing anything with pockets, so she simply placed the money on the edge of the table and began loading the automatic washer. A moment later, Rachel entered the room. "Gloria, I'm heading out for a bit. Can you help Rosa water the plants outside?" "No problem. I'll take care of it." Gloria stepped out to help Rosa in the garden. Meanwhile, someone had already spotted the 2,000 reals sitting on the table. That person grabbed it and left the laundry area. Later, that same person approached Sophia and asked to leave briefly to send money to their parents, who were supposedly sick and in need of medication. That person was consumed with guilt at first, but eventually suppressed their conscience. The greed was starting to take over. After helping Rosa water the plants, Gloria returned to the laundry area. The laundry cycle had finished. She folded the clothes and placed them neatly back into the basket. Just as she was about to leave the room, she remembered the 2,000 reals she had placed on the table. She rushed back to retrieve it, but to her shock, it was gone. She looked all over the table. She checked the floor in case the money had been blown away by air or movement, but it wasn't there. "Oh no, where could it be?" Gloria whispered in panic. "I'm sure I left it right here." She didn't know what to do. In the end, she just brought the laundry basket to Sophia's room and delivered the clothes. After that, she walked away quietly, anxiety weighing on her. She didn't mention the lost money, afraid that Sophia might suspect she had taken it to repay Miriam. Elsewhere, Jocelyn checked the exact garment in which she had placed the 2,000 reals. It was gone. "The money's not here anymore, ma'am," Jocelyn said sadly. Sophia's face dropped. Her last shred of hope disappeared. "Out of 20 helpers," she said, "not one showed sincere and consistent honesty. Everyone had a price." "This is the first time I've seen you this disappointed," Jocelyn said quietly. "I thought I was already used to it. But I guess I had too much faith in Gloria. I really thought she'd pass. Well, maybe it's best to just go to the bank and donate the money to the charity fund," Jocelyn offered. "Yes, that's what I'll do," Sophia replied solemnly. "This will be the last time I ever try something like this. I've completely lost hope." Meanwhile, Gloria returned to the laundry area and began searching again, checking every corner in hopes of finding the money. After 10 minutes, she still found nothing. Then she remembered Rachel had entered earlier and asked her to help Rosa outside. Gloria didn't want to assume the worst, but she decided to ask just in case. She found Rachel in the kitchen. "Rachel, did you go into the laundry room earlier?" Gloria asked calmly. "No, Ma'am Gloria. Why?" "I just left some money on the table there earlier. It was Madame's money. I saw it in the laundry. I had no pockets, so I set it down and forgot to pick it back up. When I went to get it, it was gone. I just thought maybe you might have seen it." "No, Ma'am Gloria, I didn't go in there," Rachel replied. "Oh, okay, I believe you. I just wanted to check. I didn't want to think badly of anyone." "No worries, Ma'am Gloria. It's good you asked, so you don't make assumptions. I understand." Just then, Jocelyn entered the kitchen. "Everything okay?" she asked. "Nothing serious," Gloria answered quickly, trying to stay composed. Gloria returned to her room, unable to settle. She felt her conscience nudging her to tell Sophia the truth. It wasn't about accusing anyone. It was about being honest. She stood up and went to Sophia's room. She knocked, and Sophia let her in. "Ma'am, I need to tell you something," Gloria said, uneasy. "What is it, Gloria? Is something wrong?" "The truth is, when I was doing your laundry earlier, I found 2,000 reals in one of your clothes. 4 500 real bills. I had no pockets at the time, so I placed it on the table. But then I forgot about it when I went to help Rosa. When I came back, it was gone." Sophia and Jocelyn exchanged glances. "So where is it now, Gloria?" Jocelyn asked. "That's just it, ma'am. When I went to get it, it wasn't there. I tried to find it, but I couldn't. I didn't know what to do. I felt guilty for not telling you sooner. I was just afraid you'd think I took it to pay Miriam back." "Thank you for telling us," Sophia said. "But even if someone else entered, we can't say for sure they took it. There's no camera inside the laundry room." "I understand, ma'am. Still, I wanted to tell you. I didn't want to hide it." "Well, we can still check the hallway CCTV, Sophia said. "We might get a clue who went in." "Thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry again." Sophia and Jocelyn reviewed the CCTV footage, showing the hallway near the laundry room. On the video, they saw that Rachel had entered the laundry area just minutes after Gloria stepped out. "I actually asked her earlier if she went in there," Gloria told them. "She said she didn't." "Why would she lie if she had nothing to hide?" Jocelyn asked aloud. "Oh no, now I feel responsible," Gloria said quietly. "Maybe she's being blamed because I left the money out." "If Rachel was the only one who went in after you, Gloria," Jocelyn said, "and you're certain you placed the money on the table, then it doesn't take much to figure out what happened. The money wouldn't just vanish." "You're right," Gloria whispered. Sophia looked at Gloria carefully, trying to read her expression. But Sophia could tell. Gloria was telling the truth. If she had taken the money, she wouldn't have gone through the trouble of coming forward and explaining it. Later, Gloria found Rachel and asked to speak with her privately. "Rachel, can I talk to you?" "Yes, ma'am, Gloria. What's this about?" "Earlier today, I asked if you went into the laundry room. You said no." "I didn't think it was a big deal, so I said no," Rachel admitted. "But yeah, I did go in." "Then why lie about it?" "I don't know. I just panicked. But don't think I took Madam's 2,000 rials, okay?" "I didn't say that," Gloria replied gently. "But how did you know it was 2,000 rials?" Rachel froze. "I didn't mean to say the amount. You mentioned it earlier," she said. "No, I didn't," Gloria replied softly. "I never told you how much it was." Rachel's face dropped slightly. "I'm not forcing you to admit anything," Gloria added. "But I hope you think about this. Honesty is important. You're still young. You can change. If not for others, then for yourself." "I didn't take it," Rachel insisted, her voice tight. "Okay," Gloria said kindly. "You don't have to say anything else. I just hope you don't do anything you'll regret. That's all." Rachel was left speechless as Gloria walked away. Later, Gloria joined Miriam in the kitchen to wash dishes while Miriam prepared food for the mansion's guards. Gloria couldn't shake the unease in her chest. Soon, Sophia and Jocelyn entered the kitchen. "Gloria," Sophia said, "you look like you've got a lot on your mind." "I think I know who took the money, Mom," Gloria replied sadly. "It was Rachel." "I see," Sophia said. "I'm really sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to leave the money unattended. I just didn't have any pockets. I feel like it's my fault that it went missing." Sophia looked at Gloria meaningfully. "Gloria, I have something to tell you." "What is it, Mom?" "I purposely put money in the laundry to test everyone's honesty. You were the only one who consistently showed integrity. The others were honest only once, but when I raised the stakes, they gave in. You, whether it was small or large, you always returned what wasn't yours, and I believe that if the money hadn't been taken, you would have returned that too." Gloria was stunned. You did this on purpose, Mom." "Yes, and thank you. Thank you for never giving in to the temptation of money." "I thought maybe you were just forgetful, ma'am. Because of your honesty, I have a reward for you." "What is it, Mom?" "Do you want to go home?" "Home? You mean back to the US?" "Yes." I can't go home, Ma'am. I still need to work for my children's future." Sophia smiled and turned to Jocelyn. "Do you want to know what Madam's reward is?" Jocelyn said to Gloria. "What is it?" $1 million. Gloria's mouth dropped open. There were 20 of you. The plan was to divide the amount among all who passed, but only you did, so the whole thing is yours. And I want you to go home, Sophia added, because I know money isn't your ultimate reward. Being with your children is. Gloria covered her mouth, overcome with emotion. Miriam paused her cooking, stunned and overwhelmed with regret. She had failed the same test and had unknowingly forfeited a life-changing reward. If only she had been honest, Miriam could only stand there in silence. All this time, it had been a test. She was one of those who failed. She had been tempted by a mere 50 reals, left in one of Sophia's pockets, and now the weight of her mistake settled in. Gloria, meanwhile, was too stunned to speak. She could only hug Sophia, tears pouring down her face. She couldn't believe that such a simple act of doing what was right had led her to become a millionaire. Word spread quickly throughout the mansion about the reward Sophia had given Gloria. She became the talk of the staff, and everyone began to feel deep regret. They had been blinded by small amounts and had failed to value honesty. Each one now envied Gloria's decision to always return what wasn't hers. Rachel, visibly upset, approached Sophia. "Ma'am, I heard about the reward you gave Gloria. They said we were all supposed to share it if we had passed the tests," Rachel said. "Yes," Sophia replied. "That's true. Ma'am, don't you remember? I returned that money I found in the boys' laundry. Felix and Omar even saw it. You can ask them." "I know, Rachel. I was happy when I heard about that. But during the second test, you failed. You didn't return the 500 reals you found in my laundry." "That's not true, ma'am. I didn't see any 500 reals," Rachel denied. "Rachel, don't lie," Sophia said calmly. "I was the one who placed that money there. So I know it was there. It's better not to add more lies." "I hate to say this," Jocelyn interrupted, "but you also took the 2,000 reals that day in the laundry area. There's no point in denying it." Rachel had no response. That night, she didn't sleep. The thought haunted her. She could have been a millionaire, but her dishonesty had robbed her of that chance. The next day, Sophia treated Gloria as part of her reward. She brought her to visit beautiful tourist spots in Saudi Arabia and even bought her elegant clothes and jewelry. "Ma'am, you don't have to do all this. It's already more than enough," Gloria said shyly. "Gloria, I'm a billionaire," Sophia replied with a warm smile. "Just like you spend $20 on your kids to make them happy, I want to use my wealth in good ways. Don't worry about the money. This is something I've always wanted to do before I pass on." At that, Gloria's face grew somber. "Please don't say that, ma'am." "It's true," Sophia said gently. "The doctors say I only have 2 years left. I'm ill." Gloria was stunned. "I'll include you in my prayers, ma'am. I'll beg God to let you live longer." "Thank you, Gloria. But for now, let's not dwell on sadness. I want you to enjoy your time here while it lasts." Gloria looked around and smiled. "To be honest, ma'am, I used to think this place was scary, but I was wrong. I feel safer here than I did back home. This place is beautiful." "You know, every country has both good and bad people. That's life," Sophia replied. "Thank you again, ma'am. Truly." The next day, Gloria used part of her reward money to repay Miriam for the loan. Rachel also approached her. "Gloria, I'm really sorry for taking the money. I've already admitted it to Mom." Gloria looked at her kindly. "I forgive you. Thank you for being brave enough to admit it. Not everyone can do that." "Thank you, Gloria." Meanwhile, Sophia began processing Gloria's papers so she could return home to her children. On her final day at the mansion, Gloria cried as she said her goodbyes. Even though she had only been there for 2 months, the connection she had built with Sophia was deep. "Ma'am, I don't know if you'll ever return to the US, but if you do, please let me know. I want us to see each other again," Gloria said through tears. "I promise I will. I want to meet your kids someday," Sophia replied with a smile. When Gloria arrived back in the United States, her children were shocked by her sudden return. She explained everything to them. When she checked her bank account, the money had already been deposited. She cried again. It was the first time in her life she had ever seen that much money. She made a promise. She would use the money to improve her family's life and help others as well. She donated some to charity, believing that others should benefit too. The remaining amount was more than enough to secure her family's future. Still, she chose to live simply. The family that once struggled to pay for school was now financially secure, because their mother chose to be honest. True honesty has no price. No matter how heavy your burdens are, never abandon integrity, because those who stay true are the ones who receive the greatest blessings. The end. Thank you all for watching. This is Mr. Hope. I love you all.